In this video, I'm going to talk about the dark side of raising your vibration. What most people miss is that raising your vibration or evolving spiritually is a double-edged sword. And if you're not prepared to handle the shift, you can wreck your life all over again. Stay until the end of the video where I'll share with you what real transformation actually looks like. I want to welcome you to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Shaun, and I've been on a spiritual path for over 30 years. And I help souls just like you to reprogram yourselves using an ancient energy system that actually works. So let's get into today's video. Back in 2019, when I first started breaking through spiritually, I knew I was making some real progress. I had been struggling for the last 25 years, so you can imagine how excited I was. Since I had done all this work, I thought I had all the answers. And as a result, I started seeing other people as lost or still trapped in the matrix. Looking back, this was completely short-sighted on my part. Yes, I had made some strides, and yes, things were improving for me, but I was still a work in progress, and I still had some massive issues to still work through. And I was just too spiritually arrogant to see it at the time. And here's the funny part. While I was judging everyone else for being stuck, I was still sabotaging myself and still making the same mistakes. I just couldn't see it because I was actually making some big progress for the first time. And I was caught up in the trap of thinking that I was more spiritual than other people. And here's what can happen when you start feeling spiritually superior. You relax and you stop doing the work. Instead of going deeper into your own shadow, you start pointing out everyone else's. Instead of integrating your own pain, you start pointing out why others are messing it all up. And instead of transforming yourself, you start trying to fix everyone around you. These are all issues that I had to work through. So here's what I learned. I was still projecting all of my hidden garbage onto other people. I wanted to make myself look better at the expense of others. Now, I wasn't saying any of this out loud, I was just thinking it. And this became an inner source of conflict that I had to overcome. But I did. So what are the real signs of spiritual maturity? I would start off by saying that spiritually advanced people don't walk around announcing their spiritual progress. You see it in how they live. I call these advanced spiritual people energy masters. Their focus shifts from their outer world to their inner world. They stop talking about what they're going to do, and you simply see their results. And their energy shifts to a new level, which allows them to reprogram themselves and root out the cause of so much of their problems. But here's what really sets them apart. Energy masters accept others exactly where they are. Not because they're trying to be spiritual, and not because they read it in a book. Because they've done enough inner work to know that everyone is fighting a battle that we can't see. And they've integrated enough of their own shadow to have some real compassion for others who are still struggling with theirs. Energy masters also understand something crucial. True transformation shows up in how you rebuild your life, not in how enlightened you might sound. It's not about how many spiritual concepts you can explain. It's about whether your relationships are improving, whether you're breaking your old patterns, and most importantly, whether you're actually applying what you know to solve the biggest problems in your life. If your spirituality isn't translating into a better life, meaning you have better relationships, you have better health, and you have better opportunities, then you're still operating from your old story. You're still stuck in your head, collecting spiritual knowledge, but not applying it, and as a result, your life remains stuck. So do you want to know if you've crossed over into spiritual elitism? Just start looking at your behavior. Are you still sabotaging yourself? Are you still triggered by the same people? And are you still making the same mistakes over and over again? Here's what I've learned the hard way. Real spiritual progress isn't measured by how awakened you think you are. It's measured by how you show up when your life gets hard, how you treat people who can't help you, who can't repay you, and how you respond when you give something your all and it still blows up in your face. It's also measured by whether you can stay humble even after you've had a major breakthrough, whether you can remember that you're still learning You're still making mistakes, but you're still moving toward your goals. Here's an uncomfortable truth. It's that spiritual growth often turns people into exactly what they claim to have transcended. For example, being judgmental and acting superior to others. They've just found a more sophisticated way to do it. They've traded regular judgment for spiritual judgment, and somehow they've convinced themselves that this is justified. But it's not. It's the same old pattern they've been trying to overcome all along. The real measure of your spiritual progress isn't how high you think you've climbed. It's whether you can look at someone struggling and still see yourself. Whether you can see someone's pain without taking it on yourself. And whether you can hold space for others without needing to fix them. So I said all that to say this. What does true transformation look like? In my view, true transformation is quiet. It's humble and it doesn't announce itself. You don't need to tell people that you've changed. They can see it. Your energy makes an appearance before you walk into a room. People can feel your power and you don't have to say a word. And most importantly, your outer world begins to reflect your inner world. Your relationships deepen. You have more control over your life while your ability to handle challenges simply gets better. And you're not just talking about transformation, you're actually living it out. So here's my question. Have you ever caught yourself doing this? Have you noticed yourself judging others while you still repeat those same destructive patterns? Have you used your spiritual knowledge as a way to feel superior rather than a tool for deeper transformation? Drop a comment below and let me know. I'm curious how many of us have fallen into this trap. If you're interested in my energy course, there's a link in the description below. I also have some free energy practice training, so you can click on that link as well. I want to thank you for watching, and I'm wishing you all the best. And remember, the battle isn't out there, it's in here.